I have one birthday wish, and that is for you to love yourself. Yes, it's my 73rd birthday, and that would be the thing that I would want most in this world is for you to love yourself. Because when you understand that that's the most powerful energy that you have, and that's what you could use to affect change in your life and in our world, then you will decide to love yourself. I couldn't always do that. When I was a kid, I don't know, I was probably about 7 or 8 years old, probably. My mother threw a birthday party, and it was a big deal. She had the table set, she had all these things. We had cake, we had everything there, and no one showed up. No one showed up, and I was crushed. And from that point on, I said, I'm never going to acknowledge my birthday. I'm just not going to have it. And when people would talk to me about it, no, it's not my birthday. And I go, why is that there? That was trauma. That was trauma that we all have, and we have incidents like that. And unless we move beyond them, we keep not loving ourselves. And that's what I did, because I thought, was it because of me? Did they not like me? But then what I did, I said, oh, it was because of Halloween. My birthdays, Halloween just happened. That's why kids didn't show up, because they were too busy. They already had everything they needed. But I interpreted that internally as that there was something wrong with me. And then I carried that throughout a lot of my life. That's why I couldn't love myself. And that's why a lot of us do that, because we have generational trauma that we haven't moved through. And several years ago, I became quite aware of the changes that were happening in our world. And I said, I have to move beyond where I was. I have to start loving myself a lot more. And that was acknowledging who I was, acknowledging that I had been doing something for so many years that I kept hidden from so many people, because I was receiving cosmic information that was transforming my life. That didn't make sense. And I said, I'm not going to tell people, because again, they're probably not going to like me, because I'm still remembering that childhood trauma, and I'm not going to move over it. And then I looked at the world and I saw, oh, wait a minute, everyone's doing that. We have so many people doing that. That's why we have all the chaos that we do now, because people are not loving themselves, because they haven't let go of their generational trauma. And eventually we must do that. And so I decided to do that. And I knew that today, on my birthday, was going to be the time that I would say, enough is enough. Enough is enough. We can change our world if people just decide that they're going to move through their trauma and love themselves. And that's all the work that I'm doing. When I changed my life several years ago, and sold my business, I've spoken about that, is because I knew that what would be far more important, it wasn't about the money, it wasn't about anything else, but what would be far more important is to help as many people as possible move through their generational trauma, whatever it might be, whatever was within them, so that they could live really happy lives, so that they could really prosper, so that we could have a very different world, because every person was born with something within them that they could develop and create great lives if they could move through the trauma. And it's a step-by-step process, and it's in our consciousness. It's a greater awareness, raising our consciousness. We do that individually, and if we do that individually, then we add that to our world and we see something very different. And so that's why my birthday wish, the best gift that you could give me today, is to love yourself. And thank you for all the messages that I have not seen yet, because I know they're there. I've seen some of them coming in, but thank you so much. And I will respond as I can, but I just want you to take this time to honor me by loving who you are. Thanks.